Hey, it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. I hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday. I am. If I went fishing today, it would be even better. But on the weekends, I gotta be a mom and clean up and cook. And I got my Christmas tree. I got a new Christmas tree from and my you can hear my kiddo in the background laughing. But every Christmas tree that I get from Walmart in the past years, I don't know. Some things did not work out. So I got a new Christmas tree and I'm excited. And so I guess I'm gonna put it up when I get my oldest from college on Monday. So and I'll show y'all that. But welcome, what's up? Okay, hold on. Y'all please now if I'm on live, I still want y'all to act cordial. All right, and get the puppies and put them up. Sorry about that, y'all. What up, Buttercup? What up, Odine? What's up, Lady Pat? What's up, Twitcher with Heavy? Yeah, I thought that it's really a this tree was initially 2.99 and it was and I was prepared. Well, no, was that tree 2.99? I think it was. I think that tree was 2.99 and I actually ended up getting on Black Friday sale for 149. It is a beautiful tree. I am so let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna go through my photos. And I know what the title said, we're gonna hop right on into it, but I just have to tell y'all that. And then I watch anime with my kids, so it was an awesome day today. Hold up. How much was that tree? So I don't know if y'all have at home in y'all area, but it's a place called At Home, and I went there. I want to say a couple of months ago, and oh yeah, here it is. Oh, it's 199. So it was initially 199, and I got it for 149. So it was a Black Friday sale. So we have fun. So I'm gonna probably put it up on Monday before my oldest come home, like a little tradition. But I hope you guys are having an amazing sat today. So child, we got yes. So I okay, here's me. I'm not a reality TV show type person. I only get information when I'm scrolling either through Instagram or I'm scrolling on Facebook. So I knew that there was drama between Portia and Simon. Yes, it's pre-lit heavy. It is pre-lit. And it's not the colorful. I don't like the colorful one. It's just the I guess the LED white lights, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it's so pretty, but I'll definitely take a picture. If you are friends with me on my regular Instagram, then that's where I'll post it. I don't want to mix my personal with my business and my business with my YouTube and all that other stuff. I keep them separate. So but you'll see once we put it up. But back to Simon and Portia. So, like I said, I don't watch reality TV shows. I'll tune in every now and then, but I'm not the one that will just sit down and watch these type of shows. I'm more like a crime, horror movie type chick. Okay. So when I came across this story, I just thought it was so freaking hilarious because I'm like, Portia been married, I don't know how many times. And so when she got married to this dude, I was like, I know it's not gonna last. I know it's not gonna last. But one thing that did stick out was she said this man's stuff does not work. And I was like, oh, you done put that out to the public, child. I'm like, Lord Jesus, put this out to the public. And so Simon was like, I'm not about to have this because now you messing up my love life. He's he's claiming intentional infliction of emotional distress. Okay, but we're gonna get into this petition that he filed in federal court, baby. He is not playing with Portia. He's not playing with her. So let's hop right on into it. And I might have to pause in a minute because I do have some salmon in the oven for these kids. Why do I hear popping? Did you hear that, Dylan? Yeah, hold on. This sounds like somebody trying to break down the door. Hold on, child. Hold on. I don't know what that would sound like. I don't know, between fireworks and somebody trying to beat something down. But anywho's, so into this petition. All righty. This my first time reading it with y'all, so we all gonna laugh together, okay? So here's Simon complaint, and I'm blow it up. So he is suing for defamation. What's up, Fab? What's up? What's up? What's up? He is suing for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and invasion of privacy. Yeah, I don't too much do like funny lawsuits, but I was trying to find one because we need, a little bit of laughter. Because with all these essay complaints, it's just like, like I want to see something other than, assault, battery, and essay. So I just thought this would be a perfect one for y'all tonight. All right. Got my water ready. All right, so plaintiff Simon, by and through his undersigned counsel, files this complaint against Porsha. So here's the intro. This action arises from defendant's intentional and malicious decimation of false and defamatory statements about plaintiff on social media platforms, specifically implying that plaintiff suffers from erectile dysfunction. Don't laugh, Dylan. My child, oh Lord, this is probably not the conversation for my child to be having. Why are you laughing? How you even know what that is? Oh, okay. She didn't even mention his name. Yeah, you're right. And that's why you said a hit dog holler. I see why you said that now. So she didn't put a name on it. It could have been anybody. Oh man. All right, defendant statements presented as factual have caused significant harm to plaintiff's personal and professional reputation, subjected him to public ridicule, and inflicted severe emotional distress. Defendant's conduct was not only defamatory, but also extreme, outrageous, and intended to cause emotional distress, leading to this multi claim action. Why are you with Dylan? Nah, Dylan is only 11. He should not be knowing what this stuff is. He over there cracking up. All right, parties. So plaintiff Simon, I'm assuming his name is Gayo Badia, is an individual currently residing in Dubai. Oh, that's why he filed it. Okay, makes sense. Um, Plaintiff is a successful businessman, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, and with a respected reputation in the energy and hospitality sectors. Plaintiff is the founder and CEO of Simcall Group, a well known investment company with holdings in various industries, including energy and hospitality. Defendant Portia Williams is an individual residing in Fulton County, located in Atlanta, Georgia. Defendant is a public figure and reality television personality, widely known for her role on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and for her significant social media presence. And I did check into their divorce, and there still is still a fight between the marital residents, and so she actually had to file a motion um in which asking the what yeah, really asking the court if she is able to film in her house. So she did have, like, both of them had to agree. Her and Simon had to come together and say, okay, I agree for you to do this, and then they had to get that motion signed before the judge. So that just happened on the 19th. And then when was this filed? This was filed on the 21st. He also is an illegal U.S. resident. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Tell Simon, take us out the group chat. This is her second husband. Gotcha. Okay. He is also an illegal resident. Yeah. I got some stories on that one. The divorce is longer than the marriage child. Okay. I was looking at that. I was like, okay, what's really going on? But see, what happened was he contested it, and them contested divorces will really take very, very long. And looking at the court docket, they're fighting over marital property. That's what's drawing this out right now. And to be honest, I think I seen something where it says he appealed it. So I think something ruled. I didn't look into it, but I just reviewed the court docket, and it showed that um Portia was awarded something. Simon didn't like that, so he appealed it, and so now it's in the appeals court. So I'll go back and kind of do some homework and see exactly the timeline, and then I can do another show about that. All right. Let's see. Defendant has cultivated a large social media following with over 7.7 million followers on Instagram alone, which enables her to widely decimate her statements to a vast audience. Disseminate. There we go. Disseminate her statements to a vast audience. And so here's her profile. It shows her, and I'll do this so y'all can see it right there. So y'all see 7.7 followers. Public figure. All right. So we don't care about the jurisdiction. All right. Factual background. Plaintiff and defendant were married on November 26, 2022. Dang. In a ceremony that was widely publicized due to the defendant's prominence in the entertainment media. I ain't about to look at all that. Shortly thereafter, in February of 2024, news broke that Portia Williams and her husband Simon were splitting after 15 months of marriage. An announcement that came shortly after news that she would return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, according to BravoTV.com. Real Housewives of Atlanta is the most popular program of the Real Housewives franchise that airs on Bravo, a cable television network owned by Comcast, NBC Universal Media Group division. As of November 2023, Bravo is available to approximately 70 million households. That is a lot. That is a lot. Let's see. Hold up. All right. So Keisha said that's why his other wife had a child with the help, which was her best friend Simon. Knows he can't perform these young women. They're for money, not Keisha. That's crazy, child. Wait, that's crazy. Child just left a message on your last video asking you show us these huh? I have no idea what that. Retype that because I have no clue what you're talking about. Fabulous said he tried to shut down filming in the house because he found out she was going back on. Okay, he lost that fight, so that makes sense. Okay, the pool guy. What? Y'all got okay, maybe I need to go watch this show because this is interesting. Oh, on your last part, hoping you would show us this live. Oh, okay, girl. I didn't even I didn't even know. But yes, maybe I see. And so what I do is I go into like I just Google search celebrity lawsuits to see, which ones pop up. And I have been praying for a very funny, entertaining one. And I was like, oh yeah, we gotta do this one. All right. So Mr. I'm gonna just say Mr. Simon's relationship with the defendant became contentious when the defendant suddenly started making negative, false, and misleading statements about him on social media, using her outsized platform to negatively influence public perception of him. So here's the thing with this, and like Heavy said, did she put a name on it? Did she say Simon, blase, 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 blase? Or, he just read in between the lines and, the shoe fit? I think that's what that is. Now, see, she said her lies finally caught up with her. I don't know nothing about neither one of them, but child, Heavy said, I need you to look up Karen from the Real House. Ooh, girl, let me hold up. Oh, my child just put a Christmas list on my desk. Hold up. All right, Heavy, I got you. Girl, let me add that to the list. So Miss Karen from the Real Housewives of Okay. All right, we gonna see about that. Who calling me? I know ain't nobody calling me. All right, so let's hop back on into this. All right, so on or about July 9th, 2024, Defendant published a series of statements on her Instagram account concerning erectile dysfunction. I'm gonna just call it ED because my child is just gonna bust out laughing. The posts were intentionally crafted to imply, that's the big word right there, imply that plaintiff suffers from this condition, casting him in a negative and humiliating light. The series began with a striking post featuring a stark black background, prominently displaying the bold white block letters ED. Child, let me see. Okay, what y'all think? Wait, she posted this. What is this on her Instagram? So she just said ED, and they made an inference that okay. So somebody said that her fans in the comments were saying, "Porsha, are you talking about Simon?" Mm, mm, okay. Oh, yeah, but she could have been talking about anybody, or she could be passionate about, helping men with this issue. We're bringing awareness like we do breast cancer awareness month. You know what I'm saying? Lord Jesus. Defendants posts continue to include definitions of ED along with details about its symptoms, emotional impacts, and potential treatments. Oh my gosh. I'm reading this because I swear we need to laugh, y'all. All right. Erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction, ED, is the inability to get or maintain an erection long enough to have sex intercourse. There are many different causes, which may include conditions that affect your blood vessels, neurological conditions, mental health conditions, and injuries. A healthcare provider can diagnose and treat erectile dysfunction. Hashtag men's health awareness. Lord. The fitness statement included comments such as erectile dysfunction, ED, is the inability to get or keep. I'm not even gonna reread that again, child. Okay. How does a man feel when he has Dylan, go to your room. Well, get your headphones. I did not know. See, I don't follow nobody, and I swear I don't follow nobody. So I don't know. This is crazy. She said it was well, ain't nobody else gonna marry her for real. That cause she about to spill all the business. All the business. But okay, but nope, she didn't put a name on it. She just posted ED when he referred to her as a dumb, not knowing what the Underground Railroad was on his IG. Yeah, and so here is the thing with this, yo. You have to prove that she was talking about you directly. You can't say you can't like I always tell y'all, you can sue anybody. You can file a lawsuit against anybody, right? But is you have the burden of proof. So you're saying that so you have to say when she posted this Instagram post and just put ED and started posting definitions that she was directly talking to you. You have to prove that. You have to prove that. So I'm very interested on how he's going to prove this. Uh oh, okay. Saying da 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 da. Her husband Gordon from Potomac House suffers from ooh, ooh. Okay, we're gonna get into that then. All right, so let's look into this definition. So it says it is common for men with ED to feel anger, frustration, sadness, or lack of confidence. However, the condition can be treated. Anxiety and stress are common emotional responses, but one qualitative study found that actually the most common initial reaction was a sense of emasculation. Hashtag men's health awareness. Defendant also posted recommendations for dealing with ED, including advice on weight loss, quitting smoking, eating a healthy diet, and reducing stress. She is cracking me up, bro. These statements were accompanied by the hashtag men's health awareness, which appeared to give the post a tone of health awareness, though the timing and context made it clear they were directed at plaintiff. You have to prove, like, they don't. I mean, if it's Men's Awareness Month, that's one thing, but like, how do you know that it was directed to you? It could have been a coincidence that when you posted, she posted, or she was reading something and she said, okay, well, let me bring more awareness to this. I'm just like, from, if you think about it from like a legal standpoint, like, she's really going to have to prove, or he's going to have to prove that she was directly speaking with him. There's no case there. She didn't mention no names, just the fans was assuming she was talking about Simon. Why not her baby daddy did? Okay. All right. Exactly. She could have been talking about Dennis. Portia was throwing shots without no names, but it was for Simon. I think we knew that. She could have been speaking in general. That's true. Simon is wasting the court's time, and is. I mean, at the end of the day, he has the burden of proof. So he's gonna have to come with this, because after, so this was just filed. He got to get her served. She has to respond, and then after that, they got to go into discovery, and that's when we already know the discovery process. So I, once that time hits, I want to see what all comes out. I mean, things are going to be released based on whether or not they release them, but I think the public won't know anything until, the courts have a final say on this. But they have to go to mediation, and I don't know, if nothing works out, if he can't prove this, then it might be dismissed. If they go to mediation, they might work out a deal where she pays him something, right? If it doesn't work out, then they go to court in front of the judge. Probably, I don't know if he asked for a jury trial, and the verdict will be based on the jury, or it's going to be based on what the judge says, if they opt just for a judge to hear the case. So, oh, hold on, y'all, let me check my salmon. I'm here. All right. So Fabulous says Cassandra, she actually put hashtag ED after every one of her posts. So the fans started asking, what is ED? He is just being petty. Gotcha. It's gonna be dismissed. We shall see. The court gonna laugh in his face. Probably so. I don't think this is something he want to go to trial. What if she texts him about his ED? Would that be, now? That's the thing. That is the thing. If he has text messages that shows that they had a conversation in private, that he had ED, then that's different. And the thing is, he's suing for defamation, intentional emotional distress, but also invasion of privacy. So it's like, were there text messages shared, of you guys having a discussion about that? Because if that is the case, then that changes the whole game. So that's a great question. Save us a plate. I will. Yeah, I'm trying to get better with this eating healthier, because child, the stuff that I be finding in foods, y'all better cook, y'all better cook, y'all better cook. All right, let's continue. Let's see. All right, so importantly, defendant statements were not made as as expressions of opinion, but instead presented a factual assertions regarding plaintiff's health, stating or strongly implying that plaintiff suffers from ED. Defendant's Instagram account was a significant following with over 7.7 million followers, thereby ensuring that her statements were widely disseminated to a large audience. Defendant's statement regarding ED were further amplified by multiple media outlets which published articles and posts reinforcing defendant's implications regarding plaintiff's alleged ED. All About the Tea, a celebrity gossip website, reported on defendant's statement on July 10th, 2024, in an article titled Porsha Williams Claims Simon Gubadia, I hope I'm saying that right, suffers from erectile dysfunction. And there's the post. I'll do it like this. There's the post. The All About the Tea article specifically referenced defendant's Instagram post mentioned above and highlighted that members of the public clearly recognized the defendant's comments as referring to the plaintiff. The publication also cited numerous and widespread social media posts reflecting this false interpretation. Another online source entitled RHO Cafe published a story titled RHOA's Porsha Williams throws shade at ex Simon with ED posts. The RHO Cafe article highlighted the defendant's posts were interrupted or interpreted as an insinuation that plaintiff suffers from ED, compounding the false and defamatory perception that plaintiffs suffer from a specific medical condition. The RHO Cafe includes screenshots of the above referenced post as presented on the Instagram page of the Neighborhood Talk at its Instagram handle at the Neighborhood Talk. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh man. The Neighborhood Talk is a leading Instagram page that reports on celebrity news and gossip. It boasts over 1 million. Wait, Portia Williams makes an interesting post about the cause and effects of erectile dysfunction, anger, frustration, sadness, or lack of confidence. And then, so they got the post there with Simon and Portia on it. Oh my God, this is bad. So I think even the, bloggers assumed that she was talking about, Simon, because why else would you put this man's name on there? Buttercup said he's snitching on himself. I hope he doesn't have fake text messages or no. And if Portia gets an attorney, and vice versa, they can subpoena the phone company to get their records and review them themselves. So you can't. That's how it doesn't work. It's not like he's going to, make up text messages and then send it to her. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to actually subpoena the actual phone company to get the records, photos, whatever it is that you're requesting. So the T pages push that narrative, correct? And honestly, the T pages, everybody should be in suit. Hold on, we on page 11. Let me see who's all included. And he just went after Portia. I would have said companies 1 through 20. All right, let me finish this. So it boasts over 1.9 million followers on Instagram, and it posts leave no doubt that the public at large considered the defendant's comments about ED to be specifically referencing Simon. Yeah, Simon does want that check, because why else you in Dubai? Let's see. Kitty said it was posted on the Shade Room and Housewife blog. Yeah, it was posted everywhere. So that's where the defamation comes at. Because if you post one thing and then you have several other people posting it, then that's like distributing and republishing that post. Uh oh. Let me hide that. All right. All right, 27 says, in fact, postings on the neighborhood talk page included images of Simon and the defendant superimposed over the defendant's text messages. And that's the thing. Like they went overboard. They just automatically thought that well, not thought, they assumed that Portia was talking about Simon. She could have been talking about anybody or just been speaking in general. Oh man, the Jasmine brand, a widely read entertainment website and social media platform, also covered defendant statements in a July 10th, 2024 article titled Portia Williams' estranged husband Simon threatens legal action after reality star seemingly claims he has erectile dysfunction. With its 831,000 followers, Jasmine Brand ranks as yet another social media platform with a huge reach that has connected the defendant's false statements with Mr. Simon. Defendant's postings were presented in a factual manner, implying a specific medical diagnosis of ED regarding plaintiff and were clearly intended to cast plaintiff in a negative and humiliating light. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me take the salmon out and give me about 1 minute. All right. All right. Ooh, see, that's multitasking. All right. Let me check the comments before I get back to reading. Damn, he's naming all the bloggers' pages. Show Liz. Yep, the attorney did some work. She didn't mention his name at all. Stop it. He needs a peach. He messy as. Yep. Yep. All right, so where do we left off? Okay, 31. As a former spouse, defendant statements were perceived by the public as having legitimacy and insider knowledge regarding plaintiff's health, enhancing the likelihood that the public would believe these statements were true. Defendant statements were false. Plaintiff does not have ED and has never suffered from or been diagnosed with this condition. Defendant made these false statements knowingly or with reckless disregard for the truth, demonstrating actual malice. Defendant's posts and the media's resulting coverage were calculated to damage plaintiff's personal and professional reputation, causing him humiliation and distress. I'm surprised he didn't also include those bloggers, because you're saying that because the media covered it, they also was in cahoots with Porsha to just, you know, bring you down in a sense. So I won't be surprised if this, petition was amended and they might include the bloggers, but we shall see. Defendant's actions were extreme, outrageous, and intended to provoke and inflict emotional distress upon plaintiff. Plaintiff has experienced substantial reputational harm as a result of defendant's post, affecting his credibility and image within his community and professional networks. Plaintiff has also endured significant emotional distress and personal anguish due to the false and defamatory portrayal created by defendant's statement. All right, so here are the causes of actions. Number one, the cause of action for defamation. Under the Georgia law, a cause of action for defamation requires one, a false and defamatory statement concerning the plaintiff. Kind of hard to prove because if she didn't say your name, how do you know that that statement is towards you? Number two, an unprivileged communication to a third party. Okay, so the bloggers picked it up and they shared not only her picture, but his picture. And so they implied or they assumed that she was talking about him. How can you blame that on Porsha? They did that free will on their own. Three, fault by the defendant amounting at least to negligence. Four, special harm or actionability of the statement, irrespective of special harm. A cause of action for defamation per se may lie where the defendant falsely accuses the plaintiff of committing a crime, having a disease or affliction that exposes them to ridicule, or by disparaging someone in their profession. Boy, 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 boy. What? Hey, Pamela. Simon talked about that woman ever since she filed that divorce. Yeah, I don't. It's just like back and forth, but it's this here is. I think he is reaching. Um, it's really in general. It's really in general. The media implied or assumed that Portia was talking about you. Portia didn't put a name on it. She didn't tag you in anything. She just did hashtags. That was it. That could have been for anybody. Defendant made false and defamatory statements about plaintiff by asserting, and insinuating that he suffers from ED through a series of Instagram postings that implied that plaintiff suffers from erectile dysfunction. Defendant's statements were not expressions of opinion, but were presented as fact, specifically discussing ED symptoms and remedies in a factual manner. Based on the intimate nature of the marital relationship, the false statements about plaintiffs suffering from ED took on a heightened level of credibility and authenticity in the eyes of the public. This perception stemmed from the parties' prior close and intimate marital relationship, which is often viewed as the most personal and revealing connection between two individuals. The public was inclined to believe the false statements not only because of their sensational nature, but also because they were made by someone presumed to have first hand knowledge. Again, you have to prove that. So, Simon, are you saying here that you have it and she let it out the bag, but she didn't put a name on it? Because that right there, I don't know. As a result, the impact of the falsehoods were particularly devastating to plaintiff as their perceived truth was bolstered by defendant's position as his former spouse. Boy, it'd be crazy if she'd be like, okay, I need you to do a medical go to the doctor and do an exam to prove you don't have it. But that's neither here nor there. These false and defamatory statements was communicated to millions of third parties through defendants' widely followed social media platforms. The content of these posts were unmistakably provocative. Provocative and sensational, ensuring rapid circulation and public discussion. Moreover, these statements were amplified to millions more by numerous media outlets, including but not limited to All About the Tea, RHO Cafe, the Jasmine Brand, the Bravo Shade Room. These outlets further decimate the false and defamatory implications of plaintiff's alleged ED, leaving no doubt that the defendant's post referred directly to the plaintiff. The extensive media coverage ensured that the defamatory statements reached over an even broader audience, compounding the harm to plaintiff's reputation. Defendant acted with malice, actual malice, knowingly making false statements with the intent to harm plaintiff's reputation. Her actions were deliberate, calculated, and executed with reckless disregard for the truth. By targeting plaintiffs standing as a positive, confident, and successful entrepreneur and philanthropist, defendants sought to inflict reputational harm that extended beyond personal embarrassment. Her falsehoods jeopardized plaintiff's credibility in professional and philanthropic circles, undermining the public trust and esteem that plaintiff have cultivated through years of hard work and dedication. So you're saying that in a sense you can't get no other woman. Now, you thinking that you can't get no other woman because Portia put out there that you are, you got ED, or, and not that she did, not that she did. She could have been speaking in general, and the shoe fit, wear it. Or the fact that you are possibly a scammer and women don't want to be associated with you, and you just mad. Katie said that Simon said allegedly that Portia was sleeping around, bringing men in their marital home. Well, if he has proof, I don't know. I have to go through that divorce and see. Simon allegedly sleeping with Future. What? Oh, I remember that. He said a lot of nasty stuff about Portia. Portia should be suing him if you ask me. Cease and desist. I would be delivering to Simon. Okay. At this point, Simon is a bitter ex-husband. I believe so too. I really do. Simon probably sold his story to the blogs, trying to get some money. Does the filing slow down the divorce proceedings? Well, no, no. Right now, that's separate from this. This is a whole defamation and all this other stuff. So this civil suit is not going to slow down anything in their divorce. Right now, it's in appeals court because whatever the judge ruled in that trial court, Simon was not happy with that. No, he's a scammer and an illegal child. That's why no one wants you, Simon. Ooh, child. Buttercup said everybody cheating on Simon. I want to know because wasn't he married? I have to look into this. I'm interested. I'm invested now. All right, so let's see. Defendant intended the defamatory statements to expose plaintiff to public ridicule by insinuating that he suffers from erectile dysfunction and attributing to him the symptoms commonly associated with the condition. In one of the defendant's defamatory series of ED social media postings, she specifically referenced a publication that described feeling angry, frustrated, sad, and lacking confidence as symptoms of ED. By quoting this language, defendant intentionally crafted a narrative designed to humiliate plaintiff by implying that these traits applied to him. Her false and malicious statements were calculated not only to harm plaintiff's reputation, but also injure his prospects for future relationships and cast doubt on the well established public persona and sterling reputation as a confident and successful individual. Oh, MVP said I have a rock with Portia since her and Phaedra did that mess to Ken. Ooh, what? See, I don't be watching all of that. He just wants some money. Leave that lady alone. Okay. Portia is his fourth wife. Well, what happened with the other three? MEP, I canceled her too after that, but they did the story and I did and so did I. Let's see. All right, so the defendant knew that her false and defamatory statements would expose the plaintiff to widespread and merciless ridicule at the hands of her legion of social media followers. This ridicule continues to this day, shearing itself into a consciousness of millions who now associate plaintiff's name with ED because the defendant's falsehood. So pretty much anytime you think of the word ED, of that word, you think of Simon. So just imagine him in Dubai wanting to get a date, but he can't get a date because now his name is attached to erectile dysfunction. That's crazy. But Simon, my boy, you gotta prove she was talking about you, man. You gotta prove, you gotta prove, you gotta prove. And and here's the thing. Here's the thing. In order for you to prove that she was talking about you, that means that you're gonna have to produce, because I mean, think about it. Think about it. That's why I said they always have the burden of proof. You said that you don't have any of these. You've never been diagnosed with any of this. So, how are you going to prove this exactly? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Do you have text messages where y'all are talking about it? Because if that's the case, then that means you're lying about not having it. Which one is it? Which one is it? Yes, Cassandra. The minute someone says okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm be like, I know who got it. But child, so Simon, you stated in a petition that you don't have it, never been diagnosed, right? So you gotta prove that, my boy. You gotta prove that. Let's see. Defamation per se arises when false statements are made that, on the face, harms an individual's reputation or expose them to public scorn without the need of additional explanation or context. Defendant's statements satisfy this standard by falsely asserting that plaintiff suffers from erectile dysfunction and associating him with negative characteristics such as being angry, frustrated, sad, lacking confidence. These false claims inherently demean plaintiff's personal and professional identity, portraying him in a way that would naturally provoke public ridicule and diminish his standing in the community. Defendant's allegation not only targeted plaintiff's physical and emotional integrity, but also struck at the core of his reputation as a capable and respected entrepreneur and philanthropist. By making these claims in a public forum, defendant ensured their immediate and widespread decimation, amplifying to harm the defendant's credibility and social esteem. The direct and disparaging nature of these statements leaves no doubt that they constitute defamation per se, as their content is inherently damaging and injurious to the plaintiff's personal and professional reputation. Personal and professional contacts have sought to distance themselves from plaintiff since defendant made these false and defamatory remarks, a result defendant intended. All right, so are all your professional and personal contacts women? I'm just saying. Plaintiff's life has been irrecoverably altered. No. By the widespread publication of these falsehoods, the damage extends into his personal relationships, where he is met with skepticism and pity, and into his professional engagements, where the shadow of these false allegations looms large. These defamatory statements have created a persistent stigma that undermines plaintiff's ability to move forward both personally and professionally. I mean, and I've always said, I mean, even if Simon was to come to, a firm that I contract with and we have to help him, I would not be laughing. Obviously, I have to do my job. But at the end of the day, he still has to prove, like, it's going to be very difficult to prove that she was talking to you. Talk about the timing. Like, if he would have said something on his social media, then she turned around and then she posted something, and you just like, oh, she's talking to me because I just made this post and I know that I'm pissed off at her, and so on and so forth. So, whew, Let's see. Let me see. What did I already read that? The damage extends into his personal relationships where he is met with skepticism and pity, and into his professional engagements where the shadow of these false allegations looms large. The defamatory statements have created a persistent stigma and undermines plaintiff's ability to move forward both personally and professionally. As a direct and proximate result of defendant's defamatory statements, plaintiff has suffered significant damages, including but not limited to reputational harm, emotional distress, and economic losses. These damages include the loss of professional opportunities, diminished trust and credibility within his community, and severe emotional suffering caused by the humiliation and ridicule he has endured. The widespread and enduring nature of the falsehoods ensures the plaintiff damages will continue to accrue over time. So you, Simon, you gonna have to prove that you done lost some people and some professional relationships, and that this has severely caused you emotional distress and all of that. Like, you have to prove these things. So I hope you are ready, my guy. Y'all, let me go check on my rice. I'll be right back. All righty. All right, so let's see, where did I left off? All right. Fabulous says, "Yep, you have to binge watch it, Cassandra. It's a lot going on. Portia took her coworker. Wait, what? Portia took her coworker's husband, and now she is facing her karma. Ooh, ooh. Portia did take that woman's husband, whether their marriage was coming to an end or not. This is her karma. Oh man, yeah. Karma is not karma does not discriminate. This man been trying to throw everything he can at this girl for making the decision to leave him. He didn't do this to the other women, and she had a baby on him. Failing did him dirty. Ooh, oh darn. I'm not buying that song I'm talking about. Buttercup, you say, y'all, hey, one day we're gonna have to do like a I don't know, some type of get together. I don't know. But girl, I got you, Buttercup. Oh, I didn't burn, girl. It is perfect, girl. It is perfect. Yeah, my culinary student in there, he is playing his VR, so his Oculus. I was like, you could be watching this food while I'm, doing this, but I let them have their weekends, even though they get a whole week off. And that other child that said something, I didn't even hear what he said. All right, so let's continue. All right, we're on page 19. Page 19. All right, so the second cause of action was for intentional infliction of emotional distress. And y'all don't forget to hit that like, but I don't ever really say that because I really don't be caring. But hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Under Georgia law, a claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress requires. I, you know what? One thing I do like, that I do see in these Georgia petitions. What else did I see? Or is it just federal? I think it's federal, because I know when I draft the federal petition, I don't actually state like under Texas law, under Florida law, or under California law. But I think that it's real cool that they do this so they could get an idea. Okay, here's what the law says, and here is what, and then they apply the situation to the law. So I think that's pretty cool that they do that. But it says under Georgia law, a claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress requires: one, intentional or reckless conduct; two, that is extreme and outrageous. Oh, excuse me. Three, A casual connection between the wrongful conduct and the emotional distress. And four, severe emotional distress. In this case, defendants' deliberate and malicious actions meet each of these elements, as her false and defamatory statements were made with the intent to humiliate and provoke plaintiff, causing him significant and ongoing emotional harm. Defendant's conduct in publishing false statements about plaintiff was both intentional and reckless. She knew, or should have known, that making baseless claims about plaintiff's private life and physical health on a global platform would cause him significant emotional harm. By choosing to publicly share these falsehoods, defendant acting with clear and disregard for the consequences of her action, demonstrating a deliberate intent to harm. Again, you have to prove that it was about you. That's it. Queen Grandma said Simon and Portia got married too quick. People don't believe in prenup. That's girl. That's it. I have so many pro se clients that are now, hey, gotta get a prenup. Gotta get a prenup. But she thought it was gonna last forever. Make it last forever. All right. 56 says defendant's actions were intentionally designed to provoke plaintiff and inflict significant distress. The public nature of her social media posts, combined with her substantial following, ensured that her defamatory statements would reach millions of people. Defendant, being intimately familiar with plaintiff's reputation as a respected entrepreneur and philanthropist, they're going to keep throwing that in there, knew that these statements would tarnish his image and cause immense emotional anguish. Defendant's conduct was extreme and outrageous, far exceeding the bounds of decency in a civilized society. Publicly accusing plaintiff of erectile dysfunction and attributing to him negative traits such as anger, sadness, and lack of confidence was not only baseless, but deeply personal. These statements were made with the malicious intent, and without regard for the devastating impact they would have on plaintiff's personal and professional life. Defendant's statements have exposed plaintiff to relentless and ongoing ridicule, causing him significant anxiety and emotional distress, an outcome that defendant clearly intended. Even when plaintiff make nuance posts on his own social media or is referenced in unrelated publications, commenters frequently reference defendant's defamatory statements. Child, so when even, oh my gosh, I have to go on his post. So it don't matter what this man posts, people gonna comment and talk about ED. Y'all is wrong. Y'all are so wrong. You can't control what other people do, especially in these internet streets. You cannot control what people do. Just get that through y'all heads. You can't control that. Heavy. Heavy said, Simon, you need a therapist, not a lawyer. I'm down. Child, Simon Lawyers put 100 OT. Oh, hold on. Let me turn my night light off on my computer. It's 9 o'clock already. All right, cool. All right. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't read that part, did I? Defendant's statements have exposed plaintiff to. Oh wait, hold up. I did do that. I did do that. These constant reminders are a heavy burden for anyone to bear, serving as a persistent source of stress and humiliation. Furthermore, the permanence of the internet ensures that these falsehoods will remain accessible, perpetrated wait perpetuate something the harm and making it nearly impossible for plaintiff to escape their shadow. It's never going to go away. It's never going to go away. But it goes back to the fact, how do you know she was talking about you? There is a direct causal connection between defendant's conduct and plaintiff's emotional distress. Defendant's false and defamatory statements triggered widespread public ridicule and professional skepticism. skepticism, about to say requiring, blah, 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 blah. Creating an environment in which plaintiff feels humiliated and isolated. The targeted nature of defendant's actions ensured that plaintiff's emotional pain stems directly from her malicious conduct. Plaintiff has suffered severe emotional distress as a direct result of defendant's actions. This distress includes enduring public humiliation, professional skepticism, and personal anguish. Plaintiff struggles with anxiety and a loss of self confidence. Okay, Simon. Knowing that his reputation has been tarnished in the eyes of colleagues, friends, and public. So, your reputation, so for her saying that you had ED, well, allegedly, because she didn't put a name on it. So, from her allegedly saying that you had ED, you telling me that your colleagues, your friends, and the public, especially men, are looking at you crazy? I mean, that is kind of embarrassing. But once again, how do you know that she was talking to you? The emotional pain is compounded by the pervasive and ongoing nature of the harm. As the defamatory statements continue to circulate widely, ensuring that plaintiff's distress is both profound and enduring. Let me tell you something, because this lawsuit has been filed, it's about to be brought right back up again. Right back up again. All right, so the last part, so the last cause of action is the invasion of privacy, and it's supposed to be false light, but they misspelled that. False, they added a S. Under Georgia law, placing someone in a false light before the public constitutes an invasion of privacy. Okay, so now this makes sense. So it's under the false light. False light occurs when a person's image, reputation, or character is publicly misrepresented in a way that is highly offensive to a reasonable person. This legal protection ensures that individuals are not wrongfully subjected to ridicule or humiliation based on false or misleading information. The defendant publicized information that placed plaintiff in a false light by falsely insinuating that he suffers from erectile dysfunction. By leveraging her significant social media platform, defendant ensured that the falsehoods reach millions of viewers, leading the public to draw humiliating and disparaging conclusions about the plaintiff's physical and emotional competence. The intentional misrepresentation of plaintiff's character and personal health was not only false but deeply damaging to his reputation. The false light in the plaintiff was placed with highly offensive to a reasonable person due to the oh my God, sensitive and deeply personal nature of the allegations. Erectile dysfunction is often associated with feeling of inadequacy, diminished self-esteem, and public stigma, making defendants' insinuations, particularly rigorous. By falsely attributing these traits to plaintiff, defendants subject him to ridicule and public scorn, creating an offensive and humiliating perception of his personal and professional identity. Hit dogs holler. Well, how is he going to explain he called her a broken cheater and all? I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure if she wasn't indeed cheating on him and all this other stuff, that would have came out in the divorce. I have to look through the divorce records and see. But yeah. That I gotta see who filed for the divorce. Did Porsha file for the no, yeah, she filed for the divorce, but he countersued. So I need to see if he did a counter petition, then he can put in there that, because that's one of the grounds for divorce if you cheat. In some states has specific laws on there, but that is another grounds for divorce if somebody cheats. So I don't know. We just have to see if he put that in there. Um, Let me see. All right. Defendant acted with knowledge of the falsity of her statements or at a minimum with reckless disregard for the truth. As plaintiff's former spouse, defendant was uniquely aware of the falsity of her claims and the damaging implications they would have. Despite his knowledge, defendant chose to publicize these falsehoods, demonstrating a clear intent to harm plaintiff by placing him in a false and offensive light before the public. As a result of defendant's actions, plaintiff has suffered significant damages, including emotional distress, irreparable harm to his personal and professional reputation, and the loss of valuable business and professional opportunities. Plaintiff's standing as a respected entrepreneur and philanthropist has been undermined by the pervasive nature of these falsehoods, which continue to affect his relationship and credibility in both the personal and professional contexts. All right, so this is what he's asking for. Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests that this court enter in judgment in favor of plaintiff and against defendant on all counts. Award plaintiff compensatory damages in the amount to be determined at trial. Award plaintiff punitive damages in an amount to be determined by trial or at trial. Award plaintiff reasonable attorney fees and costs incurred in his actions and grant such other and further reliefs as the court deems just and proper. And I think, and so he is requesting a jury. Let me see. The certified, verified complaint and defamation. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah. So they have certain rules that you have to follow when you file these things. Ooh, this about to get messy. So their divorce, there has been an appeal, and then you have this defamation suit. So this is going to be very interesting. Keisha said, things happens at your age, man. You know you're not putting nobody to sleep. Stop lying to yourself and us. They enjoyed your company and made you feel young again. You see that smile. Oh my gosh. So I definitely had to bring that to you guys. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Me personally, um, the biggest thing, like I've always says, you have to be able to, if you're going to be the petitioner or the plaintiff, you have the burden of proof. So he's going to have to prove that Portia made those posts and directed it to him. That's the biggest thing. Otherwise, this is just a waste of time. I don't know if he's just doing this to, be petty, get back at her, but it's going to be very interesting to see how they are going to correlate those posts with him. Once again, like I said, you can't control what other people do, right? She made a post, she didn't put a name on it. The commenters insinuated that she was talking about him. The blogs picked up on that and thought that she was talking about him. They shared it, and this is where we are right now. So, y'all tell me, y'all think Simon gonna make it? Y'all think Simon gonna get anything out of this defamation, false light, intentional, emotional distress suit? Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments below. But thank y'all for joining me tonight. I'm about to sit down and eat my food that I cooked. Y'all are awesome. Yes, Buttercup, I will be covering the Malcolm X estate and the FBI. I thought that case was very interesting because here it is 65 years later, and a suit is being a suit has been brought on behalf of Malcolm X. So I will be covering that sometime this week, probably tomorrow, probably before Thanksgiving. But thank y'all for tuning in to me. Hopefully we can have more funny lawsuit coverages like this one. But thank y'all for tuning in. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, y'all, be blessed, and I'm out. Bye.